if I told you there are places on this planet where being retired doesn't just mean you're tolerated, it means you're absolutely treasured, where locals literally compete to help you, where your age is seen as wisdom worth celebrating, and where your fixed income of just $500 a month makes you feel like absolute royalty. I know what you're thinking. That's impossible. Everywhere I look, retirees are struggling, unwanted, pushed aside. But what if I told you that 6 months ago, I was exactly where you are right now? Stressed about money, tired of being treated like a burden, wondering if I'd made a terrible mistake retiring early. Then I discovered something that changed everything. There are countries, beautiful, safe, incredible countries, where retirees aren't just welcomed, they're celebrated. Where your social security check goes 10 times further, where locals treat you like honored family, and where every single day feels like you're living in a dream you can actually afford. I'm about to take you on a journey to 8 destinations where I've either lived or seriously considered moving, ranked from incredible to absolutely life-changing. And trust me, by the time we get to number 1, you're going to understand why I packed my bags and never looked back. Whether you're tired of scraping by on a fixed income, sick of feeling invisible in your own country, or just dreaming of a life where your retirement years are actually the best years, this video is going to blow your mind. And if you love the idea of retiring with dignity, respect, and financial freedom, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell, because we're about to explore the world's most retiree-friendly destinations. Let's dive in. Number 8, the Philippines. Picture this. You walk into a local restaurant, and before you can even sit down, 3 different people are rushing to pull out your chair, asking about your health, your family, your stories from back home. The meal, a feast of fresh fish, rice, vegetables, and tropical fruits, costs you $2.50. But here's the kicker. They won't let you pay full price because you're an elder. And in Filipino culture, elders are revered like living treasures. Welcome to the Philippines, where the concept of pa and opo, respectful terms used when addressing elders, isn't just politeness, it's a way of life. I spent 3 months in Dumaguete, often called the retirement capital of the Philippines, and I've never felt more respected in my life. My neighbor, Maria, a 45-year-old school teacher, would bring me fresh mangoes every morning and insist on helping me with my grocery shopping. Not because I needed help, but because in her culture, caring for elders is an honor. Let's talk numbers because they're going to shock you. A beautiful 1-bedroom condo near the beach in Dumaguete, $250 a month. In Bohol or Cebu, you can find places for as low as $200. Want something really special? A beachfront apartment with a maid who comes twice a week for $100. But here's where it gets crazy. Food costs are so low, you'll think there's a mistake on your bill. A hearty breakfast of garlic fried rice, eggs, and Philippine sausage, $1.50. A massive lunch with grilled fish, vegetables, and fresh fruit, $3. Dinner at a nice restaurant with drinks, $8. I'm talking about eating out for every single meal and spending less than $15 a day. Healthcare? This is where the Philippines really shines for retirees. Not only is medical care incredibly affordable, a doctor's visit costs $10 to $20, but hospitals have special senior citizen discounts. I watched a 72-year-old American get a full medical checkup, blood work, and prescription medications for $45. The same thing would cost hundreds back home. Transportation is dirt cheap too. Jeepneys, the colorful local buses, cost about 20 cents per ride. And here's something beautiful. Locals will literally fight to give you their seat. It's not pity. It's genuine respect for your years of experience and wisdom. The visa situation is incredibly retiree-friendly. The Special Resident Retirees Visa, SRRV, is one of the easiest retirement visas in the world to obtain. If you're over 50 with just $10,000 in the bank, you qualify for permanent residency. And once you're in, the benefits are incredible. Tax exemptions, duty-free imports, and access to local senior citizen discounts on everything from restaurants to movie tickets. But what really makes the Philippines special is how they treat retirees as community treasures. I was invited to birthday parties, asked to share stories about my life back home, and genuinely made to feel like my presence enriched their community. When I mentioned I was thinking of moving back to the US, my neighbor literally started crying and begged me to stay. The expat community is massive and supportive. In places like Dumaguete, Bohol, and Puerto Princesa, you'll find thriving communities of retirees from around the world, all sharing the same experience, being treated like royalty for the first time in years. Number 7, Panama. Now, if you want to experience what it feels like to be a VIP every single day of your retirement, let me tell you about Panama. This isn't just a country that welcomes retirees. It's a country that has built an entire industry around making retirees feel like absolute kings and queens. Panama's Pension Ado program isn't just a visa. It's a golden ticket to a life of respect, discounts, and privileges that will make you feel like you're living in an alternate universe where being retired is actually an advantage. I lived in Boquete for 4 months, and let me tell you what happened on my very first day. I walked into a restaurant, showed my Pension Ado card, and got a 25% discount on my meal. Then I went to the pharmacy, 20% off all medications. Movie theater, 50% off tickets. And this isn't just marketing, it's law. The Panamanian government legally requires businesses to give Pension Ado discounts. But the discounts are just the beginning. In Panama, retirees get priority service everywhere. Banks have special senior lines. Hospitals have dedicated senior services, and even government offices have fast-track processing for pensionados. I've never felt more valued as a human being. Let's talk cost of living because it's going to blow your mind. A gorgeous 2-bedroom apartment in Boquete, surrounded by mountains and coffee plantations. $350 a month. In Panama City, you can get a modern high-rise apartment for $500. Want something really special? A house with a garden, mountain views, and a housekeeper who comes twice a week, $600. Food costs are reasonable, and the quality is incredible. Panama's location means you get fresh seafood from 2 oceans, tropical fruits year-round, and some of the best coffee in the world. A typical meal at a local restaurant costs $4 to $6. Groceries for a week, including imported American brands, $40 to $60. Healthcare in Panama is world-class, especially in Panama City. The country has attracted international medical chains like Johns Hopkins, and many doctors are U.S. trained. A routine doctor's visit costs $25 to $40, and prescription medications are often 50 to 80% cheaper than U.S. prices. But here's what makes Panama truly special for retirees: the infrastructure. This isn't some underdeveloped country where you're roughing it. Panama has modern highways, reliable internet, 24/7 electricity, and shopping malls with every international brand you know. You get the benefits of a developing country's cost of living with many of the conveniences of home. The Pension Ado program itself is incredibly generous. If you can prove $1,000 in monthly pension income, you qualify for permanent residency with a path to citizenship. The benefits include duty-free imports on household goods and cars, tax exemptions on foreign income, and access to Panama's public healthcare system. Transportation? Panama City has a modern metro system, and inner-city buses are comfortable and cheap. A bus ride across the country costs $15 to $20. Taxis are reasonable, and if you decide to buy a car, your Pension Ado status gets you significant discounts on vehicle purchases. The expat community in places like Boquete, Coronado, and El Valle is incredibly welcoming. These aren't just retirement communities. They're vibrant social hubs where retirees organize volunteer work, cultural events, and social clubs. I joined a hiking group, a book club, and even helped start a community garden. What really impressed me about Panama is how the entire country has embraced the economic benefits of attracting retirees. Local businesses advertise their Pension Ado discounts, real estate agents specialize in retirement properties, and even tour companies offer special senior packages. You're not just tolerated, you're actively courted. Number 6, Malaysia. If you've ever dreamed of retiring in a place where your Western pension makes you wealthy, where the government literally rolls out the red carpet for retirees, and where Malaysia, truly Asia, isn't just a tourism slogan, but a daily reality, then Malaysia's Malaysia My Second Home program is about to change your life. I spent 6 months in Penang, and I've never experienced anything like Malaysia's approach to retiree attraction. This isn't just about cheap living. It's about being treated like a valued investor in the country's future. The MM2H program is basically Malaysia saying, we want you here so badly, we're going to make it irresistible. With just $35,000 in a Malaysian bank account and proof of $2,500 monthly income, you get a 10-year renewable visa with incredible benefits. But here's the kicker. You only need to keep $15,000 in the account after the first year, and you can use the rest to buy property, invest, or simply live an amazing life. Let me paint you a picture of what life looks like in Malaysia. I lived in a modern 2-bedroom condo in Georgetown, Penang, with a swimming pool, gym, and security. $400 a month. The same apartment would cost $2,500 in any major U.S. city. In Kuala Lumpur, I could have gotten a luxury high-rise apartment for $600. In smaller cities like Ipoh or Malacca, you can find beautiful places for $250 to $350. Food in Malaysia is a religious experience, and it's so cheap you'll think the prices are typos. A plate of char kway teow, Penang's signature stir-fried noodle dish, $1.50. Nasi lemak, Malaysia's national dish with coconut rice, sambal, and all the fixings, $2. A full meal at a mid-range restaurant with multiple dishes to share, $8 to $12. And we're talking about food that would cost $25 to $30 at Malaysian restaurants in New York or London. But here's what makes Malaysia special. The infrastructure is incredible. This is a modern country with world-class healthcare, reliable internet, excellent public transportation, and shopping malls that put American malls to shame. The healthcare system is particularly impressive. Many doctors are trained in the US, UK, or Australia, and the costs are a fraction of Western prices. A specialist consultation, $25. Dental cleaning, $15. Major surgery, thousands less than you'd pay in the West. The MM2H program comes with perks that make you feel like a VIP. You can import a car duty-free, bring in household goods without taxes, and even employ a domestic helper more easily than locals can. The government has created special service centers just for MM2H participants, and renewal is typically straightforward. What really impressed me about Malaysia is the cultural diversity and tolerance. You've got Malay, Chinese, Indian, and indigenous cultures all blending together, creating an incredibly rich and welcoming environment. In Penang, I had Indian neighbors who taught me to make curry, Chinese friends who took me to dim sum, and Malay colleagues who invited me to their family celebrations. The expat community is sophisticated and diverse. Unlike some retirement destinations that attract budget-conscious retirees, Malaysia attracts people with decent savings who want to live well for less. The conversations are stimulating, the social activities are varied, and the quality of life is exceptional. Transportation is modern and efficient. Kuala Lumpur has an excellent metro system. Inner-city buses are comfortable and punctual, and domestic flights are incredibly cheap. I could fly from Kuala Lumpur to Penang for $20. The highways are well maintained, and if you decide to drive, gas is heavily subsidized and costs about $1.50 per gallon. Shopping is another major advantage. Malaysia has everything from traditional markets where you haggle for fresh produce to ultra-modern malls with international brands. As an MM2H participant, you get additional discounts at many retailers, and the variety of products available is staggering. The climate is tropical but manageable, especially in highland areas like Cameron Highlands or Fraser's Hill. Most modern buildings have excellent air conditioning, and you quickly adapt to the rhythm of tropical living. Number 5, Portugal. Now we're entering the territory of European sophistication with developing country prices. In Portugal's Golden Visa and D7 visa programs have created a retirement paradise that's attracting thousands of retirees who want first-world infrastructure with significantly lower costs. Portugal isn't just budget-friendly. It's become a status symbol among informed retirees. This is where you go when you want European culture, excellent healthcare, beautiful coastlines, and a cost of living that makes your retirement dollars stretch like rubber bands. I lived in Porto for 5 months, and the experience was transformative. Portugal has mastered the art of making retirees feel valued without being obvious about it. The infrastructure is excellent, the people are incredibly welcoming, and there's a sophistication to daily life that makes you feel cultured just by being there. Housing costs in Portugal vary dramatically by location, but they're all reasonable by Western standards. In Lisbon, a one-bedroom apartment in a nice neighborhood runs $600 to $800 per month. In Porto, you can find beautiful places for $400 to $600. But here's where it gets interesting. Move to smaller cities like Coimbra, Aveiro, or Braga, and suddenly you're looking at $300 to $500 for gorgeous apartments in historic buildings. The real gems are in Portugal's interior and coastal towns. Places like Abidos, a medieval walled city, or coastal towns like Lagos and Tavira offer incredible value. I found a beautiful two-bedroom apartment in Tavira, just minutes from pristine beaches, for $450 a month. The same location in Southern California would cost $2,500. Food in Portugal is a revelation. This is a country that takes cuisine seriously, and the prices will shock you. A full meal at a traditional Tosca, Portuguese tavern, costs $8 to $12. Fresh seafood, excellent wines, and hearty portions are the norm. Grocery shopping is equally affordable. Fresh produce, excellent bread, local cheese, and wine for a week costs $40 to $60. Healthcare is where Portugal really shines for retirees. The public healthcare system is excellent and available to legal residents. But even private healthcare is incredibly affordable. A specialist consultation costs $40 to $60. Prescription medications are heavily subsidized, and the quality of care rivals anything you'd find in Germany or France. Portugal's visa programs are specifically designed to attract retirees and investors. The D7 visa is perfect for retirees. You just need to prove passive income of about $760 per month, which covers most Social Security recipients. The Golden Visa requires a larger investment, but provides immediate residency and a path to citizenship. What makes Portugal special is the infrastructure and cultural sophistication. This is a modern European country with excellent public transportation, reliable internet, beautiful architecture, and a rich cultural life. You can take a high-speed train from Lisbon to Porto, browse world-class museums, attend concerts and festivals, and enjoy a quality of life that rivals anywhere in Europe. The expat community is growing rapidly and includes many Americans and Canadians taking advantage of Portugal's tax benefits. The country offers significant tax advantages for new residents, including potential exemption from taxes on foreign pension income for 10 years. The climate is Mediterranean and absolutely perfect for retirees. Mild winters, warm summers, and over 250 days of sunshine per year. The coastline offers some of the best beaches in Europe, while the interior provides charming villages and stunning landscapes. Portuguese people are incredibly welcoming to retirees. There's a cultural respect for older adults, and the concept of saudade, a bittersweet longing, creates a philosophical depth to social interactions that many retirees find refreshing after feeling invisible in their home countries. Safety is another major advantage. Portugal consistently ranks as one of the safest countries in the world, with very low crime rates and a stable political environment. You can walk around major cities at night without concern, something that's increasingly rare in many parts of the world. Number 4, Ecuador. If you want to experience what it feels like to be treated like family from the moment you arrive, where your retirement income makes you comfortable beyond your wildest dreams, and where every day brings new adventures in one of the world's most biodiverse countries, Ecuador is calling your name. Ecuador has quietly become the retirement destination for Americans who want adventure, affordability, and a culture that genuinely celebrates age and wisdom. This isn't just cheap living. This is rich living at cheap prices. I spent 8 months between Cuenca and the coastal city of Salinas, and I experienced something I never expected, feeling more at home than I ever did back home. Ecuadorians have a concept called respeto a los mayores, respect for elders. That isn't just words. It's woven into the fabric of daily life. In Cuenca, I live in a beautiful colonial house with 12-foot ceilings, original hardwood floors, and a courtyard garden for $350 a month. The same house in Santa Fe or Charleston would cost $2,000. In coastal areas like Salinas or Manta, beachfront condos with ocean views rent for $400 to $600. And we're talking about places with modern amenities, not rustic accommodations. But housing is just the beginning. Ecuador's cost of living is so low that your biggest challenge will be figuring out what to do with all your extra money. A full meal at a nice restaurant costs $4 to $6. Fresh produce at local markets is almost free. I could buy enough fruits and vegetables for a week for $10. Utilities, including high-speed internet, cost $60 to $80 per month. Healthcare in Ecuador deserves special mention because it's not just affordable, it's excellent. The country has invested heavily in medical infrastructure, and many doctors are trained internationally. A routine doctor's visit costs $20 to $30. Prescription medications are often 70% cheaper than U.S. prices. And here's something amazing. Many hospitals offer special senior discounts and priority service for retirees. Ecuador's visa system is incredibly retiree-friendly. If you can prove $800 in monthly pension income, you qualify for a pensioner visa that leads to permanent residency. The benefits include discounts on utilities, transportation, and entertainment, plus access to Ecuador's public healthcare system. What makes Ecuador truly special for retirees is the incredible diversity of environments. You can live in colonial mountain cities like Cuenca, where the climate is spring-like year-round, or choose beach towns like Salinas, where you can watch whales migrate while sipping coffee on your balcony. The Amazon rainforest is just hours away, and the Galapagos Islands are an easy domestic flight. The expat community in Ecuador is sophisticated and active. In Cuenca alone, there are over 5,000 American retirees, and they've created an incredible support network. There are social clubs, volunteer organizations, healthcare cooperatives, and even an English-language newspaper. But unlike some expat enclaves that isolate themselves, Ecuador's American retirees integrate beautifully with local culture. Transportation is cheap and improving rapidly. Intercity buses are comfortable and cost $1 to $2 per hour of travel. In cities, public transportation costs 25 cents. Taxis are reasonable, and many retirees find they don't need cars because everything is walkable and public transport is reliable. The cultural richness of Ecuador provides endless entertainment and learning opportunities. Indigenous markets, colonial architecture, world-class museums, and festivals throughout the year create a lifestyle that's both relaxing and stimulating. Many retirees find themselves more culturally engaged than they ever were back home. Safety varies by location, but expat-friendly areas like Cuenca, Cotacachi, and coastal retirement communities are generally very safe. Local police are helpful and responsive, and most retirees feel more secure than they did in many American cities. The climate is another major advantage. Because Ecuador sits on the equator, temperatures remain stable year-round. In mountain cities like Cuenca, it's eternal spring, 70 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, 50 degrees Fahrenheit at night, every single day. Coastal areas are warm but comfortable, with ocean breezes moderating temperatures. Number 3, Mexico. Mexico isn't just close to home. It's become home for over 1.5 million American retirees who have discovered that living well doesn't have to mean living expensively. This is where retirement dreams come true, where your Social Security check makes you wealthy, and where being a jubilado retiree earns you respect and special treatment throughout society. After spending over a year between San Miguel de Allende, Puerto Vallarta, and Mérida, I can tell you that Mexico has perfected the art of making retirees feel valued while providing a quality of life that surpasses what most people experience during their working years. Mexican culture has deep respect for elders, rooted in family traditions that view older adults as wisdom keepers and family treasures. This isn't just politeness. It's genuine reverence that translates into better service, patient assistance, and social inclusion that many retirees haven't experienced in decades. Let's talk numbers that will make you want to pack your bags tonight. In San Miguel de Allende, consistently rated as one of the world's best places to retire, a beautiful colonial house with high ceilings, traditional tiles, and a central courtyard rents for $500 to $700 per month. In Puerto Vallarta, beachfront condos with ocean views and resort amenities rent for $600 to $900. In Merida, Yucatan's cultural capital, gorgeous colonial homes cost $400 to $600. But here's where Mexico becomes magical: the lifestyle your money buys. For $500 a month, you're not just surviving, you're living like royalty. Daily housekeeping, gardeners, and even personal assistants are affordable luxuries. Many retirees employ domestic help for $20 to $30 per day, turning daily chores into social interactions with people who become genuine friends. Food in Mexico is a cultural experience that costs almost nothing. Street tacos from a vendor cost 50 cents each, and they're often better than $5 tacos in American Mexican restaurants. A full meal at a traditional restaurant costs $4 to $8. Fresh produce markets offer incredible variety and quality for pennies on the dollar. Many retirees spend less on food in Mexico than they spend on just coffee back home. Healthcare is where Mexico really shines for retirees. The country has excellent private hospitals, many with English-speaking staff and international accreditation. A routine doctor's visit costs $25 to $40. Prescription medications are often 60 to 80% cheaper than U.S. prices. Many procedures that cost thousands in the U.S. cost hundreds in Mexico, with equivalent or better quality. Mexico's temporary and permanent residency programs are straightforward and retiree-friendly. If you can prove $1,620 in monthly income or $27,000 in savings, you qualify for temporary residency. After 4 years, you can apply for permanent residency. The process is bureaucratic but manageable, and many lawyers specialize in helping retirees navigate the system. What makes Mexico exceptional is the infrastructure and convenience. Most retirement destinations require significant lifestyle adjustments, but Mexico offers American-style convenience with Mexican warmth and affordability. You can shop at Walmart, Home Depot, and Starbucks, while also exploring local markets, artisan workshops, and traditional celebrations. The expat communities in places like San Miguel, Puerto Vallarta, Ajijic, and Playa del Carmen are massive and sophisticated. These aren't just retirement colonies. They're vibrant international communities with art galleries, theaters, volunteer organizations, and social clubs. The Lake Chapala area alone has over 15,000 American retirees. Transportation throughout Mexico is excellent and cheap. Modern highways connect major cities, intercity buses are comfortable and punctual, and domestic flights are affordable. In retirement communities, most amenities are walkable and public transportation is reliable and safe. The climate varies dramatically, allowing retirees to choose their perfect environment. Coastal areas offer beach living with year-round warmth. Highland cities like San Miguel provide perfect spring-like weather. Desert areas like Los Cabos offer dry heat and stunning landscapes. You can literally choose your ideal climate. Safety in expat-friendly areas is generally excellent. Places like San Miguel de Allende, Puerto Vallarta's hotel zone, and the Lake Chapala area have low crime rates and active community watch programs. Local police are helpful and responsive to expat concerns. Cultural richness provides endless entertainment and learning opportunities. Mexico's history, art, cuisine, and traditions offer lifelong exploration. Many retirees find themselves more culturally engaged than ever before, learning Spanish, taking cooking classes, participating in local festivals, and developing deep friendships with Mexican neighbors. Number 2, Thailand. If you want to experience what it feels like to be royalty on a peasant's budget, where ancient traditions of respecting elders combine with modern conveniences to create retirement paradise, Thailand's combination of affordability, infrastructure, and genuine warmth toward retirees is absolutely mind-blowing. Thailand has perfected the art of making foreigners feel welcome while maintaining its cultural authenticity, And the result is a retirement destination that offers first-world amenities at third-world prices, wrapped in a culture that genuinely reveres age and wisdom. I lived in Chiang Mai for 10 months, with extended stays in Bangkok, Hua Hin, and Koh Samui, and I experienced something remarkable, feeling more valued and respected as a retiree than I ever felt as a working professional back home. Thai culture includes the concept of Kreng Jai, consideration for others, and Bunk Hun, gratitude and respect, that extends especially to elders. This isn't performative politeness. It's genuine cultural reverence that makes daily interactions feel like small celebrations of your wisdom and experience. Housing costs in Thailand will make you question everything you thought you knew about retirement budgets. In Chiang Mai, I rented a modern 2-bedroom condo with a swimming pool, fitness center, and 24-hour security for $350 per month. In Bangkok, luxury high-rise apartments cost $500 to $800. Beach destinations like Hua Hin or Koh Samui offer ocean view condos for $400 to $700. But here's what makes Thailand special: the lifestyle your money buys. For the cost of basic survival back home, you live like absolute royalty in Thailand. Daily maid service costs $5. A personal driver for the day costs $20. Massage therapy, real therapeutic massage, not spa luxury, costs $8 per hour. Many retirees employ full-time domestic help for $200 per month. Food in Thailand is incredible and costs almost nothing. Street food meals cost $1 to $2 and are often better than $20 meals in Thai restaurant back home. Restaurant meals cost $3 to $6. Fresh tropical fruits, vegetables, and seafood are abundant and cheap. Many retirees eat out for every meal and spend less than $10 per day. Healthcare in Thailand is world-class and incredibly affordable. Bangkok's hospitals rival anything in Singapore or Hong Kong, with English-speaking doctors, international standards, and modern equipment. A specialist consultation costs $30 to $50. Prescription medications are often 70% cheaper than Western prices. Many procedures cost 80% less than equivalent treatments in the U.S. Thailand's retirement visa system is straightforward and retiree-friendly. The non-immigrant OA visa, retirement visa, requires proof of $24,000 in the bank or $2,000 monthly income, amounts that most Social Security recipients can meet. The visa allows multiple entries and can be renewed annually. What makes Thailand exceptional is the infrastructure. This is a modern country with excellent internet, reliable electricity, good roads, and comprehensive health care. Bangkok's public transportation system rivals any in the world. High-speed trains connect major cities. Domestic flights are cheap and frequent. The expat community is enormous and diverse. In Chiang Mai alone, there are thousands of Western retirees, creating vibrant social networks, volunteer opportunities, and cultural exchange programs. But unlike some expat enclaves, Thailand's foreign communities integrate well with local culture. Climate varies by region, but most retirement destinations offer warm, tropical weather year-round. Northern areas like Chiang Mai have cooler, dry seasons. Southern beach areas are consistently warm. Air conditioning is universal and electricity costs are reasonable. Safety in Thailand is generally excellent, especially in areas popular with expats. The crime rate is low, local police are helpful, and the cultural emphasis on harmony and respect creates a secure environment for retirees. Cultural richness provides endless fascination. Buddhist temples, traditional festivals, cooking classes, language learning, and artisan crafts offer lifelong learning opportunities. Many retirees find themselves more intellectually stimulated than they were during their working years. The transportation system is comprehensive and cheap. Tuk-tuks, buses, trains, and domestic flights connect every part of the country affordably. In cities, public transportation is extensive and reliable. Many retirees find they don't need private vehicles. Number 1, Vietnam. And here we are at number 1. The destination that's going to completely revolutionize your understanding of what retirement can be. Vietnam isn't just affordable, It isn't just welcoming to retirees. It's a country where being a retired foreigner makes you a celebrity, where your modest pension makes you wealthy beyond your wildest dreams, and where every single day feels like you're living in an adventure movie with an unlimited budget. After living in Ho Chi Minh City for 6 months and Hanoi for 4 months, with extensive travel throughout the country, I can tell you without exaggeration that Vietnam offers the best quality of life per dollar of anywhere I've ever lived. This is where retirement dreams don't just come true. They get exceeded in ways you never imagined possible. Vietnamese culture has the deepest respect for elders of anywhere I've experienced. The Confucian concept of filial piety and respect for elders isn't just tradition. It's living practice that makes every interaction feel like a celebration of your wisdom and experience. Strangers will literally compete to help you, to serve you better, to make sure you're comfortable and happy. Let me paint you a picture of what $500 gets you in Vietnam, because you're going to think I'm making this up. I live in a gorgeous French colonial apartment in Ho Chi Minh City's District 1, the Manhattan of Vietnam, for $400 per month. This place had 12-foot ceilings, original hardwood floors, a balcony overlooking tree-lined streets, and it came with weekly housekeeping. The same apartment in Paris would cost $3,000. But that's just housing. Here's where Vietnam becomes absolutely magical, your daily lifestyle. I employed a full-time housekeeper and cook for $150 per month. She became like family, teaching me Vietnamese, helping me navigate bureaucracy, and cooking incredible meals daily. My total food costs, eating restaurant-quality meals at home plus dining out several times a week, never exceeded $100 per month. Street food in Vietnam is a revelation. Pho, Vietnam's national dish, costs 60 cents to $1 and is often better than $15 versions in American Vietnamese restaurants. Banh mi sandwiches cost 50 cents. A full restaurant meal with multiple courses and beer costs $3 to $5. I could eat like a king for $5 per day, every day. Healthcare in Vietnam will blow your mind. The country has invested heavily in medical infrastructure, and many doctors are trained internationally. A routine doctor's visit costs $15 to $25. Prescription medications are incredibly cheap, often 90% less than US prices. And here's something amazing. Many hospitals have special VIP services for foreigners that include English-speaking staff, expedited service, and comprehensive care packages. Vietnam's visa system is increasingly retiree-friendly. The country recently introduced longer-term visa options, and the process is becoming more streamlined. While it's not as simple as some other countries, the effort is worth it because of the incredible quality of life you achieve. What makes Vietnam extraordinary is the combination of ancient culture and modern infrastructure. This is a rapidly developing country where you can explore 1,000-year-old temples in the morning, shop in ultra-modern malls in the afternoon, and enjoy world-class cuisine in the evening. High-speed internet is universal. Mobile payment systems are more advanced than in most Western countries, and transportation infrastructure is rapidly improving. The expat community is growing rapidly and includes many early retirees attracted by the incredible value proposition. These aren't just budget-conscious retirees. They're sophisticated people who've discovered that Vietnam allows them to live better for less. The social scene is vibrant, with networking groups, volunteer opportunities, and cultural exchange programs. Transportation costs are almost nothing. Motorbike rentals cost $40 to $60 per month. And in Vietnam, motorbikes aren't just transportation. They're adventure vehicles that give you access to every corner of the country. Buses between cities are comfortable and cost $5 to $10. Domestic flights are frequently under $50. Climate varies by region, but most areas offer warm, tropical weather with distinct seasons. Ho Chi Minh City in the south is consistently warm. Hanoi in the north has cooler winters and hot summers. Coastal areas like Da Nang offer perfect beach weather most of the year. Safety is generally excellent, especially for foreigners. Vietnam has very low violent crime rates, and the government is protective of foreign residents and tourists because of their economic importance. Local police are helpful, and the cultural emphasis on harmony creates a secure environment. The cultural richness is overwhelming. Vietnam has 54 ethnic minorities, thousands of years of history, incredible cuisine, traditional crafts, and some of the world's most stunning natural scenery. Every province offers different experiences, from the terraced rice fields of Sapa to the limestone karst of Halong Bay to the Mekong Delta's floating markets. But here's what makes Vietnam truly special: the economic opportunity. This is a rapidly growing economy where foreigners with modest capital can start businesses, invest in real estate, or simply benefit from the economic growth. Your retirement dollars don't just go further. They can actually grow while providing an incredible lifestyle. The infrastructure development is stunning to witness. New highways, airports, shopping centers, and residential developments are transforming the country in real time. You're not just retiring to Vietnam. You're investing in a country's future while living like royalty on pennies. Food culture in Vietnam deserves its own documentary. This is a country where every street corner offers culinary adventures that would cost $50 in a trendy American restaurant. I had access to fresh seafood daily, tropical fruits I'd never heard of, and cooking techniques passed down through generations. My Vietnamese neighbors taught me to cook traditional dishes, took me to family celebrations, and treated me like an honored uncle. The weather patterns work perfectly for retirees. Unlike places with extreme seasons, Vietnam's climate allows for year-round outdoor activities. You can escape the heat by traveling north, enjoy beach weather by going south, or find perfect spring-like conditions in the mountains. Many retirees develop seasonal migration patterns within the country. Personal services that would be luxury expenses elsewhere become everyday conveniences in Vietnam. Regular massage therapy for $8 per session. Personal trainers for $10 per hour. Language tutors for $5 per lesson. Tailored clothing for a fraction of Western prices. Many retirees find themselves healthier, more active, and more engaged than they were during their working years. The social dynamics are fascinating. Vietnamese people are incredibly curious about Western culture and eager to practice English, creating natural social connections. You're not just a foreigner. You're a bridge between cultures, and people appreciate your presence and stories. I was regularly invited to family dinners, wedding celebrations, and holiday festivals. Technology integration is seamless. Vietnam has leapfrogged many Western countries in digital adoption. Mobile payments, delivery apps, and digital services make daily life incredibly convenient. You can order food, book transportation, pay bills, and communicate entirely through smartphone apps. The learning opportunities are endless. Vietnamese language classes, cooking lessons, traditional craft workshops, and cultural immersion programs are readily available and affordable. Many retirees discover talents and interests they never knew they had. But here's the most important thing about Vietnam. It's changing your life, not just your address. This isn't about surviving retirement on a budget. It's about thriving in ways you never thought possible. Your modest pension becomes wealth. Your age becomes wisdom. And your retirement becomes the adventure you always dreamed about but thought you couldn't afford. I've lived all over the world, and I can tell you with absolute certainty that Vietnam offers the best combination of affordability, adventure, culture, and quality of life available to retirees today. This is where being retired isn't just tolerated, it's celebrated. Where your fixed income makes you wealthy. Where every day brings new experiences and new friends. The life-changing reality. So there you have it. 8 incredible destinations where retirees aren't just welcomed, they're treasured. But as amazing as all these places are, Vietnam stands alone as the place where retirement dreams don't just come true. They get exceeded in ways you never imagined. I want you to imagine waking up tomorrow in a place where your social security check makes you wealthy, where locals compete to help you and invite you into their families, where your age is respected and your stories are valued, where adventure and comfort combine with affordability to create the retirement lifestyle you always dreamed of but thought was impossible. This isn't just about saving money, though you'll save thousands. It isn't just about better weather. though you'll love the tropical climate. This is about rediscovering who you are when you're not worried about money, when you're surrounded by people who value your experience, and when every day offers new possibilities. I know some of you are thinking, this sounds too good to be true. I thought the same thing 6 months ago. But here's what I discovered. The world is full of incredible places where Western retirees are seen as assets, not burdens. Where your pension goes 10 times further. Where your age earns respect instead of dismissal. The hardest part isn't finding these places. I just gave you 8 incredible options. The hardest part is making the decision to actually do something about it. To stop accepting that retirement means struggling financially and feeling invisible socially. Here's my challenge to you. Pick one of these destinations and spend 30 minutes researching it today. Look up housing costs, visa requirements, expat communities. Join Facebook groups for retirees in these countries. Start imagining what your life could look like. Because here's the truth. Every month you delay is costing you money and experiences. While you're struggling to pay rent and feeling unappreciated at home, there are places where that same money makes you wealthy and where people genuinely want you there. I'm not saying everyone should pack up and move overseas tomorrow, but I am saying that if you're tired of just surviving retirement instead of thriving in it, these destinations offer real solutions that cost less than staying home and struggling. If this video opened your eyes to possibilities you didn't know existed, smash that like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Subscribe and hit the notification bell because I'm constantly discovering new places where retirees can live better for less. And here's something special. If you're seriously considering making a move, drop a comment telling me which destination caught your attention. I read every comment, and I love helping people take the next steps toward their dream retirement. The world is bigger than you think. Your options are better than you know, and your best years can absolutely be ahead of you. The only question is, are you ready to stop dreaming and start living? Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and remember, somewhere in the world, there's a place where you're not just welcome, you're treasured. I'll see you in the next adventure.